Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. First of all, once again, I have to really give everyone that subscribed a huge thank you. I'm quite blown away by it, to be honest. I mean, I'm nothing but a real novice, and but the amount of people that have subscribed and all the lovely comments that I've been sent, it really is fantastic. And so yeah, a massive thank you to everyone. And yeah, quite blown away by it all, really, but thanks anyway. Okay, so as you can see, it's been raining this morning, so good day to get some work done on bits and pieces. But if I can just say that in the last vlog, I left you as I just turned into the north, or onto the North Oxford Canal, I should say. My intention then was to come along the North Oxford towards Barby and Barby Moorings, which is where I am at the moment. The plan was that, as I said in my very first vlog, it was a complete change of lifestyle, this, for me. I spent many years full-time in camper vans and motorhomes, and having sort of changed my lifestyle now and bought a narrowboat, I obviously need to part company with the camper. So my idea was to come along to Barby Moorings, where I've booked a pontoon spot for a month. That will give me the opportunity to be moored up very close to where I can park my camper van, and that will give me the opportunity to advertise it, and hopefully people will come along, be interested in it, and fingers crossed buy it, put some money back in the bank. But so that was the plan. So having left, as I said, my mooring, which was just literally as I entered North Oxford Canal, I then made my way along under several bridges, eventually under the M45, and then from there it was a short distance before I turned into Barby Moorings, which is, as I said, is where I am now. So come with me on this short little cruise along the canal. I'm on the Oxford Canal at the moment, heading up towards Barby Moorings, and it can be a bit dodgy in places. I've passed a few boats coming the other way, and it's really shallow in places, so having to take it really quite carefully. There was a warning as well back at the entrance to the Oxford Canal about the width, so yeah. But at least the sun's coming out, which is good. Turning out to be a beautiful morning, actually. Well pleased. So not too far to go, as I said. Got to pass below the M45, and once I'm past that, then I'm only literally 15 minutes from the mooring. So yeah, quite looking forward to getting there, actually. Get the van, get that sorted, get it sold, and then roam the network. Okay, so another morning of doing little jobs around the boat. One of the things that I found with the boat, and that is I've got the windows obviously down either side. I've got 3 windows on each side, plus of course the bathroom window, etc. But the 3 main windows on either side, and these main windows are in fact the louvered. See that they're actually like a louvered. There's got 4 panes of glass or 4 pieces of glass in a louver pattern, and then you can open them to flash them outwards. Fine, no problems from that point of view at all, but there are some drafts coming through, and obviously in the summer weather now as it is, so we've had a bit of a heat wave, so it's not a problem. But I can imagine in the sort of autumn, and especially during the winter when it gets really cold, it's going to be a little bit chilly with the drafts coming in through the windows. So what I've decided to do, I went and got some pieces of perspex, 3mm perspex, cut to the size of each of the windows. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to mount these perspex panels on the inside of the window, which will actually give me a gap between the glass and the perspex of about 1.5 inches, so a good air insulation, making them double glazed. And I'm going to mount them with Velcro, so that in the summer, if I want to, I can take them off, open the windows, no problem, gets lots of ventilation and fresh air. But in the winter or the autumn and the winter, when it gets cold, I can mount the perspex up, and it will give me the extra sort of insulation, if you like, from the cold. Well, it seems I have a little bit of a problem tonight. It started raining a little while ago, quite heavily, and it's the first real rain I've had since I've had the boat, and it's getting on a bit now, to be honest. It's gone 10 o'clock, but I've just come to sort of get into bed to have a read and that sort of thing before going off to sleep. And I've noticed I've got a leak coming into one of my windows. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sort this out tomorrow. There's not much I can do, unfortunately, tonight, because the side of the boat that the leak's coming from is actually the side away from the pontoon, so I can't sort of get round to have a look properly and do any work, especially in the dark. So I'll show you. So as you can see, what I've had to do is to put a bucket by the side of the bed underneath the window. I don't know whether you can actually see. Well, okay, it's not absolutely pouring in, but nonetheless the bed is a little bit wet, and you might be able to see this sort of dark patch. But yeah, so what I'm going to have to do tomorrow is to try and turn the boat round so I can actually sort of get to the window properly. And then once I've done that, maybe I'll just put some gaffer tape along the top of the window just for tomorrow until I can get down to a shop and get some silicone or something like that. I'm assuming that that's where the water's coming in from. So just have to keep my fingers crossed that it's not actually too bad and that it's getting into the woodwork, so fingers crossed. So I'm waking up this morning to not a particularly nice day. It started raining earlier on this morning, but it's absolutely throwing it down at the moment. And I was going to go for a cruise today, but I think I might just sit still and wait to see what happens. As you can see, it's pretty miserable. Well, fortunately, despite the rain, I did manage to get the leaky window fixed. It wasn't much of a problem, but there we go. That's all done. So really, I'm going to end the blog there because the weather tomorrow looks promising. So that being the case, I'm going to try and get out and have a little cruise up towards Oxford. Might be able to moor up there somewhere and go in and get some supplies and bits and pieces. So join me next time when I get out on the canal and up through the locks and under the bridges and try and make my way into Rugby. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Thanks a lot.